So the game is all completed. When you complete the game, you'll get this extra menu. And you can go in there and you'll see which endings you've unlocked. Of course, I've unlocked all of them. I told you guys to watch all the endings. So be warned. There's also a results screen where you can see the percentage completed on each chapter, which is that useless thing I was talking about that doesn't mean anything. So, all right. Some movies from like Tokyo Game Show and stuff. I think the third one unlocks when you get 100% completion, but who cares? It's stupid. So we're just gonna go start and do the whole game all over again, except this time it'll be different because we'll have a couple different options to choose, which initiate the EX playthrough, which is much shorter. So how about those endings, right? Okay, let's go over it really quick. Dana is actually your ancestress. Oh, but she's not, right? She's actually your daughter. That's what I got from it anyways, is Dr. Wagner is Ike. This perpetual thing that keeps happening over and over again he's Wagner. That's why Wagner disappeared. And the ending D explains that. Remember, it's just one of many threads that could have happened and probably did, and this is why Ike is in this situation. No one knows who he is. He doesn't know his birth parents, etc. Dana has blonde hair. Dana made the father reference, and she also talked about Hugo being like, I bet you that's what my little brother would be like. Okay, so we got that out of the way. The endings D and E. So, Margaret is not related to you. That's actually Mr. Eckert's daughter. Homunculus took Margaret and intended to switch with Dana in the Middle Ages, but he didn't bring Dana back in time, so instead it just looked like the baby was taken. And of course you could choose to save Miriam or not, it doesn't really matter, right? But Margaret is not related to you, so she is free to be boned by Ike, right? That's the one thing you can take away from this. It's not incest. It's perfectly fine, right? Yay. What else? All right. Well, I'm kind of overwhelmed. He just got stabbed again, by the way. All right. So the same spiel. Talk to Homunculus.
What's going on?
But if you answer this first choice differently,
what on earth could have happened?
You'll get the EX playthrough as opposed to the normal one. Am I dead again? That's what you have to answer to get to the EX playthrough.
Bingo.
And you could say either of these, you'll still get the EX playthrough. But I'm going to say, oh, Homunculus, because it makes more sense. So I assume that this happens over and over and over and over again. It's just like it can't stop. It's an infinite loop. Ike is eternally young, because you remember he wished for eternal youth. And he's just being forced to relive this and die over and over again, and he can't get out of the cycle. He just can't get out. And the goal of the EX playthrough is to sort of stop that cycle.
But if you have the will to somehow reverse that fate by yourself, I can lend you some measure of strength. How about it? Will you deal with me?
You're the big S.
Sure.
Oh, okay, this time he's like, sure.
Mm-hmm. Well, I do like a man who jumps at an opportunity. But I want you to understand something.
That's why he said Dr. Wagner isn't dead. It's because it's you, you know? And that's why you never see Ike touch Dr. Wagner. I mean, thank God he would will himself out of existence, right? At least that's my theory. I'm sticking to it. It seems obvious to me, but you know, if I'm wrong in some way,
You're right.
well, whatever. I don't want to listen to your opinion. I think you're wrong. So shut up. Let's see.
Are you ready? I'm going to give you some of my time-shifting powers, Ike.
You know what was funny was when he drew the pentagram on the ground. Like, oh yeah, you should just draw a pentagram. And he's like, no, not a pentagram. Like, there was already a pentagram on the ground. I never understood that in the cutscenes. Very weird.
But it's not as though you can use it
Very weird.
anytime you want. This will respond to phenomena.
And when his memory was wiped, right? He wiped his memory, got eternal
As soon
youth.
as it begins to respond, it's usable, and you can select the digipad by pushing on
He
the
turned back
stone
into the
button.
stone.
After that, you specify
But of course, the
destination
dude
time
with no
and
memory
hit the X
is gonna look at the
button
stone and be like,
sync
"Oh,
to
this
that time.
magnificent stone." He's not gonna remember what the fuck just happened. So it will once again keep.
You can't solve the real problem.
It'll keep
by
happening
exposing
over and
it
over
when you're
again.
about to die.
And even at the end of ending A, you find the stone in the tree after you sprung a leak in him, let's say,
Oh,
which is weird.
one more thing.
That was like
Something else?
kind of a cop out. It was a little bit dumb,
And it's very
but
important.
whatever.
If the response begins,
He would have died in
space you've traveled out to.
one of several ways, tripping on a rock outside,
Other
you know.
people and objects can be just left another time
I don't know
instead of
why
intact, but that isn't true for
Ike
you.
didn't try to break the digipad
It
right at the
starts to respond.
get-go. Just like break
You
that
need to
shit in
come back
pieces.
quickly, or you won't be able to get back at all. Just be
That would have
careful.
been interesting.
It looks like time.
Or like I said, have another branch where Hugo successfully kills you off and see what the results of that are. Maybe Ike should have just let himself be killed off if he was realizing this, but of course he didn't realize it because he's dense as fuck. Anyway, on with the game. A lot of these events are going to happen like sort of compressed, all in the
Sir?
same
Please wake up.
get-go
Are you
instead
alright?
of several
Do you
chapters.
feel sick or something?
So there's our daughter. That's weird. I was just eating spaghetti. The who?
Sir,
Huh? Huh? Oh, sorry. I fell asleep.
Dana. Dana, that'll do.
okay.
It's too bad. Dana was my waifu. And of course. Of course. FK? Not anymore. Drank that FK.
I'll just leave what I owe for the coffee here.
That's right, he's gonna look for the jewel.
The stone's not here. Not in this time, anyway. Well, maybe I'll see it later.
You could just ask. No. Maybe she pocketed it. Maybe her plans were actually to steal it till she got caught by her boss and then was forced to return him. Dirty Dana. Yep. So let's, as usual, go to the fortune teller.
Fortune's told. Oh, let's hear it then.
He sounds so positive in this, like, I don't give a fuck. Face on the wall. Wall face.
Welcome. I have been waiting.
Yeah, yeah. Hey,
I know.
Helena.
I've been here a bunch of times, right?
No, but I suppose you could have been. Perhaps in another place I am as yet unaware of. Sitting here as I am, I will tell your fortune at no cost.
Yeah.
Sure you don't want
about
like
that.
a
Can I ask you
ornate
something?
egg pocket watch?
I'm going to find a red stone soon. It's probably the Philosopher's Stone.
That thing.
She's so like alarmed that you know all this shit.
If I use it, then homunculus.
No, don't utter the name of that cursed abomination.
Cursed.
If he might be listening.
He can't
Alright.
hear you. Don't worry.
I'll make up my own mind about what to do with the stone. How's that sound?
Why the fuck did you come here
It is
then?
in your
I'm a fortune teller.
hands. I will lay my hopes on the future of your design.
Oh, I'm gonna design it all right. Design it with the blood of. Well, you'll see. Anyways. So, this bar is fine. For now. But really soon it's going to be on fire for no reason. If you recall, that was like a chapter later or whatever. And here's the juggler already here.
Life is so boring, isn't it? Anything I can do for you?
Old frisky grandma. Mean lady.
Yes? I hate to be rude, but I don't have time for
Yep.
chit-chat.
Busy watching a juggler.
What do you want?
So our goal here is to just talk to everybody. Examine the juggler.
Hey, that's me.
It is. Good observation. Go hug him. Oh, gotta talk to Flower Lady as well. Hey, Flower Lady.
Me? A performer? You've got
Don't flatter yourself. I never said nothing about no
You know,
performers.
street performers. They get a pretty big crowd going. It's kind of nice.
It is, actually. They're right over there. No coat lady or anything? Wasn't there coat lady supposed to be there? Oh well. Let's go back to the bar. Hopefully it's on fire. It is. Imagine that.
Jeez.
Hey, those are the guys that ran me over. Boy, that was a funny ending. The only one without credits.
Cool.
Bro. Burn. Let's talk to our boy, the Purple Sneaks. Wonder who that could be. Not the killer, that's for sure. Certainly not. It's not Hugo.
Grandpa's in there. Please
Grandpa.
help him. Help, please.
Hey, Hugh. I mean,
I wish you would just say, "Hey Hugo." That'd be very funny. Once again we're gonna say that the fire
sorry.
is
kid.
dangerous, and now we're gonna run back to the juggler, and we're gonna get the Scribbler's egg.
Even I can do that. Wait, no, don't.
Said the same thing, caught himself. Wonder what's
Wonder
inside
if
of this
it's
time.
Different. And what the letter says, I mean. The red stone is the Philosopher's Stone, and the source of Homunculus's life. It's also the main element in.
There we go, the elixir of life. That's what
which
I
is
was
supposed
talking
to
about.
cure all diseases. So this.
Damn right. You could have stopped all this nonsense if you would have just gave Dr. Wagner that stone earlier. Instead of saying, nope, it's not mine. Wonder if the bartender likes this egg ornament. You never know, though, because you never get to that point. So now we're going to go back to the cafe. Because we need the red stone. I think we also need our lighter. Well, we don't need our lighter, but, you know.
Is Dana, I mean, that waitress who was just here, around?
Oh, so you found out her name already, did you, sir? You'd better get in line.
You
Just
pervert.
kidding. Dana's in the back. She was just about to go catch up with a customer who left something here.
That's me. I forgot them here.
You better get in line, you know. You know her name and
I
all.
see. Dana?
I'm I'm just leaving now.
I was just hiding behind this counter full of cakes.
Oh, it's you.
Peekaboo.
You forgot these. This lighter and the pretty stone, they're yours, right?
Right.
They definitely are.
Oh, good. I was just about to go chasing after you.
Don't worry, no need to. Stay in this time zone. Please don't go back to the Middle
Thanks
Ages.
for coming back.
Caffey chat. Alright. Now that we got the redstone and we got the lighter, let's go back to Hugo. And we'll play along with this charade. We'll go inside the burning building. Those guys are still like, whoa, bruh. Cool.
Are you gonna help my grandpa?
Go help him yourself. I mean, yes. Of course. So we don't die immediately when we come in here this time. But we do get this little digipad
What
cutscene.
I can't go back to the same time as before. I have to fix this another way. I guess the only thing to do is to use the stone, the Philosopher's Stone.
Yep. So now we're going to get close to a choice here. And this will determine which EX ending you get. EX 1 or 2. They're both relatively the same, but the actions that lead to the ending are different. So first we gotta go to the Middle Ages and see that same old cutscene about the dress.
Well, you have a nerve, my girl.
Really? What with that one being punished yesterday, too? What is it that you don't understand? What's so difficult about being more quiet-like? Dressing above one's station is an offense, you know. Do you want to be punished, like that woman?
What's wrong with wearing what one likes? And this dress is one of my quieter ones. Really good ladies. You'd like to wear this kind of a dress yourself, wouldn't you?
Well, I never.
I'd wear it.
A little
It's nice.
neighborly advice, and she sasses me.
All right, we'll have the law down here.
I mean, what?
Right.
What are we talking about?
Oh, that's not very pleasant, is it?
Of course not.
Come on. Let's just let this pass, all right?
Well then, in exchange for us not telling the law, you'll make us dresses for free.
Right, that is. You're a seamstress, you are.
That's right. You tell her. You'll make me one, too. Oh, dear. I don't see
She's
how
kind of an
I could
asshole
do
here,
it
isn't
like
she?
that.
We're doing
I don't know
this
how I
just
could
to
do a
be
thing like
obliging.
that. Poof. It's me, Future Man. Remember me? Of course not.
Who are you?
What's
What's
this?
this? It's dark already. Get yourselves home, everyone.
Fetcher! Oh, sir! This man just suddenly... I see now. It was you. This little girl called for help.
Wicked little sly boots.
The
The
hussy.
hussy.
Sir, you must arrest her at once.
What? Why should you think a thing like that?
What's this now? What are you doing here?
Just chilling. So, last time we used the cell phone, so I think it's time for us to use the lighter this time. Just so you get to see what's up.
Lord Almighty!
Fire from his hand.
Listen carefully.
From my hands.
Stop bothering this woman and go home. If you do as I say, no harm will come to you. This time,
Sir, Mr. Watchman, sir.
This... What?
and you will keep what happened here a secret. Understand?
Yes. Everyone, give your word.
I promise. Forgive us, please.
Please.
Will that be, all? If it is, you could perhaps go away now. And everyone, go home too. Godspeed.
Whoa! I saved you.
Oh, thank you. You've saved me. But who are you?
No, nobody you need to be afraid of. But enough about that. Oh,
What? What is it?
well...
Look, why don't you stop by my house? It's right over
All
there.
right, it's time for the
We
choice.
can stay out here, and you can tell me everything inside.
Are you prepared?
Let me introduce myself. I'm Margaret.
Yeah, I know.
I'm Ike. Ike Kush.
Like Kush. Weh.
Well, Ike, shall we?